The number of people working in the UK has seen the biggest slump in more than 2 years, it was revealed this morning. New figures show the number of people in work dropped by 56,000 in the 3 months to October, the largest quarterly drop since May 2015. And the number of people claiming unemployment benefits rose by 5,900 in November to 818,000. It's led to fears the employment market may be stalling. At the same time, unemployment fell by 26,000 to 1.4 million, which is 182,000 lower than a year ago. Average earnings increased by 2.5% in the year to October, 0.2% up on the previous month, although pay is still growing at less than the rate of inflation. Unemployment and employment both fell at the same time due to an increase in the number of economically inactive people, who have dropped out of the workforce altogether. These tend to be people on long-term sick leave, students, carers, or people who have simply given up looking for work. In total, the number of people classed as economically inactive has risen to 8.8 million. Shadow Work and Pensions Secretary Debbie Abraham said, "Today's figures are further evidence of Tory economic failure, only a day after inflation rose to its highest level in over 5.5 years. Both employment and real wages are falling, while the price of household essentials balloons, leaving millions of people worse off than they were in 2010. 8 million people in working households live in poverty, and many will struggle this Christmas as a direct result of this government's austerity policies." It comes just weeks after Chancellor Philip Hammond was blasted for claiming there are no unemployed people. Mr. Hammond spoke to the BBC's Andrew Marr show as he denied putting driverless cars on the road by 2021 would leave taxi and truck drivers destitute. "There's a simple choice here," he said. "Either we embrace change and we put ourselves at the forefront of it, or we try to hide from change and we allow ourselves to slip behind." He added, "I remember 20 years ago we were worrying about what was going to happen to the million shorthand typists in Britain as the personal computer took over. Well, nobody has a shorthand typist these days. Where are all these unemployed people? There are no unemployed people." The fall in employment was virtually all among full-time men, although the total employment figure of 32 million is 325,000 higher than a year ago. Employment Minister Damian Hinds said, "We're ending the year on a strong note, with figures showing the unemployment rate has fallen every month in 2017, and is now at the lowest it's been in over 40 years. Employment is at a near-record high, and there are over 3 million more people in work now compared to 2010, that's more than the population of Greater Manchester. Universal Credit is helping people get into work quicker, and ensuring they get more money in their pockets for every hour they work. Universal Credit supports both the unemployed and the low-paid, as people don't have to end their benefit claim when they find a job. This is especially important at this time of year, when many people take on temporary seasonal work.